What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Well, in today's video, we are going to be covering Polygon Matic, as big news has driven the price up quite substantially, and I do believe this could be just the beginning. So let's not waste any time at all, and let's get straight into today's quick update. So looking at Matic, over the last couple of weeks, we have been doing quite substantially, right? If you look back to the middle to end of June to where we are now, this thing is still up roughly 130+%. But if you zoom in even further and you look into the last couple of days, it has been up a lot. Looking back at just the last 4 days, this thing has seen a price fluctuation of over 40%, and that is due to this huge news that we got just a few days ago from Walt Disney Company. Now, if you obviously don't know what the Walt Disney Company is, all I'm going to do is just show you this chart of all of the subsidiaries and companies that they own so you can get the big picture of how big Disney is. But I think everyone on earth knows who Disney is, right? But what this news was that the multinational mass media and entertainment conglomerate announced 6 companies that would be joining its 2022 Disney Accelerator to build augmented reality, which is AR, non-fungible tokens or NFTs, and artificial intelligence or AI solutions. Polygon Matic made its way to Walt Disney's list, thus becoming the only blockchain platform to have done so ever. As a result, Matic's Polygon native utility and staking token rallied better than most of its rival digital assets. Now, many people don't understand the significance of this, right? I mean, this is absolutely huge. The fact that Disney, which is probably, I don't want to say the biggest company ever, but definitely within the top 10 biggest companies ever in terms of the control that they have, chose Matic specifically of any other blockchain solution is absolutely important for the overall idea that Matic has the capability of surviving, even when we see the fact that it's just a layer 2 solution for Ethereum, that narrative play out. There is use in the technology they offer, and it is clear because one of the biggest companies to have ever exist wants to bring them specifically on. Now, of course, as this news has come out again, we have seen the price jump quite substantially, again another 40%, and we have now entered into our zone of importance right between 74 and 62 cents. Now, back towards the middle to end of June, when we were starting to rally, I told you guys to be on the lookout for 62 to 74 cents, which was this green box that we are in now. Now, the reason that this was important was, one, this was going to be the level in which Matic would need to clear in order to officially set something of a local higher high, right? Every single time that we've been seeing these little bounces to the downside, Matic has failed to set the local higher high. Lower low or lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. But if we can bounce back above this level here, we can officially set the first higher high on a local level, which could be a fantastic sign that bullish momentum is now in our favor. Now, not only is that the reason that it is important, but 74 cents also serves as important because of what we did see back here towards the end of the bull run, or for what many to consider the end of the bull run back in May of 2021. As Matic's price did crash, we came directly down to 74 cents, and that is the level in which the bulls stepped in and applied that bullish pressure to push the price back up. Whenever you have these huge support levels right here, it is extremely important that once you fall below them, you don't flip them into resistance. And what you could see is that as we did get this bounce below this level for the very first time, we came up and established this previous level of support. Then as resistance. And what we didn't want to see is a completed SR flip with a double rejection back to the downside, because that is just a very, very ugly sign. So the whole goal is to still get back above 74 cents to capture and conquer that level, and then reestablish it as support to continue to the top side here. And we are nearly at that point. I told you all, if we're capable of doing so, if we're capable of getting back above 74 to 75 cents, I do believe that we very possibly could explore up to 90 to 95 to even $1. And so for that reason, it is extremely important to be on the lookout for this interaction at 74 cents. Now, what we do need to pay attention to is that our RSI is starting to reach that generally considered overbought territory, in which we will usually see pullbacks in Matic's price historically. We can also see here that on the daily MACD, we are still angled upwards, but there has been a little bit of turbulence, signing that we could possibly see some type of rollover soon here. If we look at this in terms of basic, simple Elliott wave theory, another thing to consider is in the short term that we could very possibly be putting in wave 3 right now, which is generally followed by a wave 4, and then possibly an extensive push of a wave 5, in which we would possibly set that higher high, you know, maybe even retesting back up towards $1.17, towards $1. And then also we can see if that that we go to our Bollinger Bands on the daily charts, that this thing is getting a bit overextended to the top side, which is usually a point in time in which we will pull back towards that 20 SMA. So in the short term, we do have a battle at 74 cents. This is still the level we need to clear, and you need to pay attention to 74 cents. We knew that 74 to 80 cents was going to be the battle of a lifetime for Matic. Even if we go over to bookmap, of course, you can get access to bookmap with your own charting tools down in the description below. You can see here that this battle has been absolutely insane around 74 to 73 cents. You can see that there's the bullish liquidity dots, the bearish liquidity dots. They're going back and forth. We're seeing 570 to 580,000 Matic in the buy orders with almost the same exact amount at the sell orders, just a cent above it. You go up to 74 cents, there's 78,000 Matic. You go to 75 cents, there's 96,000. Hundreds of thousands of Matic trying to be sold between the 74 to 80 cent level, but an extreme amount of bulls stepping in at these levels, continuously trying to push that price up. So if we are capable of seeing, the conquering of these key levels of bearishness and these key sell orders, I do believe it could be opening a door for something absolutely amazing for Matic. Again, if you do want access to these charting tools, go to the link in the description below. It is my own personal affiliate link, and you can get some pretty amazing discounts so you can see the liquidity, buy orders, and everything of that nature. But overall, we can see here that 74 cents is going to be that key level. And so what you need to be paying attention to over the next 24, the next 48 hours is, do we get rejected? Do we put in a wave 3 and then come down to set in wave 4 before possibly extending to wave 5? Or do we breach through this level and really start to look to establish support on 74 to continue this move to the top side here? Overall, I do believe that bullishness will ensue if we break 74 cents, and so that is a point in which I will be doing even more accumulating on Matic as well. Now, in the event in which we do see the price really start to roll to the downside, I am still comfortable and confident with Matic as long as we're above 52 cents. As long as we're not coming down to set these macro lower lows and start to reverse this momentum here, I'm really not all too concerned with what's going on. So while we are above 52 cents, do be on the lookout for 74 cents to get broken. And if 74 cents is broken, do expect that we could very possibly continue to what could be considered, $1 to even 95 cents. So that's the overall update on Matic. Very quick, simple, and straight to the point. Again, if you do want access to all of these things that I do use, I am on TradingView here looking at basic charts. I use bookmap for liquidity, and I make it as simple as I possibly can. If you, of course, do enjoy that type of content, you can always let me know by subscribing to the channel or just simply liking this video. But with that said, do expect another video from me coming out in the next 24 hours, so turn on notifications when you do subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace.